Tim Piccirillo is a multi-talented guy. He's a motivational speaker, he's a magician and comedian, and he does sleight of hand magic too. He's even been a singer in a rock band. So what, you say? Well, Tim Piccirillo developed all these talents despite having Tourette syndrome, a neurological disorder characterized by sudden jerky movements of his limbs, facial tics, and a host of other problems that accompany these, including depression, anxiety, obsessive-compulsive tendencies, and even hurting oneself.
So I guess what overrode my Tourette syndrome, I guess how I dealt with it was I discovered magic in 9th grade, and it became my passion. I learned to deal with Tourette syndrome one day at a time. And my mother and father taught me that my Tourette syndrome is something that I have, it's not who I am. And when I no longer identified myself as the Tourette guy. I'm a guy that has a lot of talents, that happens to have Tourette syndrome. So I still tick from time to time, but overall, I look at this thing as kind of a gift because it allows me to make my living and go around talking to other people with disabilities and without disabilities, people that are going through any type of adversity. It allows me to offer them hope and tell them that this too shall pass and nothing is permanent, and it will pass if you just hang on and get through it.
What makes Tim unique is that he had a very severe case of Tourette's up until his 30s when it leveled off a bit. However, he never let it stop him. Despite ticking uncontrollably, sometimes up to 20 hours a day, his passion for being on stage kept him focused on what he loved and not on his Tourette's.
I found something out about beliefs. And how many have ever had a belief that doesn't serve you? You ever had that? A belief that doesn't serve you? Now, I'm not talking about your faith. I'm talking any kind of belief. You ever had one that doesn't serve you, that doesn't work? Of course you have. So if you have a belief that doesn't serve you, what do? Change it, right? You change the belief, right? How many have ever changed your mind? Yeah, it's no different, right?
October is National Disability Employment Awareness Month. Enacted by Congress in 1985, it celebrates and brings awareness that people with disabilities can be active and productive participants in the workforce. If you're considering doing a show on this topic, or you might consider it, you'll need a guest who personifies this, and Tim Piccirillo would be the perfect guest. He's animated, articulate, and has done a lot of media interviews in his 20-plus years as a professional speaker, so he knows the soundbite formats that producers love. He's even willing to do a little magic or maybe even sing a song if your host desires it. Call Tim now at the number on your screen to get him on the calendar for your October show.